Hello, this is Chris, and today we are going to add email and password. We're going to try to add email and password sign up. And I'm on a time crunch because my daughter's coming home soon. So let's see what we can do. Right. So this is the Firebase Authentication module. You need to enable it on your Firebase password. You can find other videos how to do that. I've already got Google Authentication. That's the one-click login right here. They generate this UI for that, and I added in a dummy sign-in for email, but we need to make a way to register as well. So to do that, first we need a page. You need to click on email and password and enable it here. There is a passwordless sign-in as well where they email a code and you set it. But we want it to feel part of the application. So they have this learn more here, which is how to customize the emails. But then from one of those links, there's this function for add Firebase to the that's already in there, enable it in console, enable email and password. So to create a password-based account, we need to access this create user with email password. So we're going to copy that. It's on my clipboard. And we're just going to duplicate this form and then add another password field. So let's say, don't need that. It's not on that. So I've got the login page that is part of, it's in my routes /auth. So what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate that page, copy. We're going to rename it to register. So the URL will be register auth /register. So we should be able to just go to that right now. It's that same exact page, except this is registration. And that has the login. We don't really want to use email login. We want an email registration as well. So what we'll do is we'll copy this. This is the form for the email login. So we'll copy and paste that and email register. All right. So we don't need login anymore. Email register. Email register. All right, so we don't need that page anymore. Actually, I'm gonna log in. We do need that page. Register. Didn't like that. And we'll throw an H2 up there that says, so you know what page you're on. So there's the H2 register. Oh, it's small because of Tailwind, but we'll fix that later. That doesn't really matter for this. All right, so let's move this to the side. We're in email register. We need another password confirmation page. So let's copy this whole div. Now password's in there twice. We need to rename it confirm. For confirm. All right. So showing the errors, we can clear those up later as well. I'll change the button to register. All right, so we have it scaffolded out. We need to create the object state. So let's see, do we have any examples in here? Don't think I have any examples. So we need to all right, so take a look at the Svelte events. So we're going to define a function. Let's see, form submit. Console.log form submitted. Make sure that that runs. So it says on click, but forms really need to be Svelte on form submit. Forms are generally handled by the form element. I think in Svelte, that's the way it is in React. Form logic. That wasn't useful. All right, we also want to so there's two things that we want to do. We want to make the form submit work, and it's not deferred transitions. Flavia is always a good source. Let's just look at this Svelte directives. That wasn't it. This is where at the point where I would fast forward in a video. Let's just go to API. There we go. On. There we go. On submit. It was that. So on submit. So they have this prevent default, which we need to do so it doesn't reload the page, and that does it with a camel case. So let's just copy it. There we go. And we'll change this to handle submit. Right. Sorry, that was excruciating. Here we go. So let's double check. That we're getting the console. Move this to the side. The console log. So me at chrisls.dev. Right now the password is not checking anything, so I can just type in anything. Whoa, nothing's happening. Is this register button? Type button. Type submit. That's the way it's supposed to work. That's way too many messages. So me at chrisls.dev. Form submitted. Okay. Cannot read property type undefined. Input argument is not an HTML valid input. So there were some assertions that were wrong. But we've got the form submitted. So we need to tie state to the value of these in there. So let's tie the state to it. Props. Right. So tags. Binding. There we go. Wrong binding. Here we go. So we're gonna bind this input to the email. Bind value equals email. We're going to bind this value. Actually, we can copy that. to the password. And this one to confirm password. Alright, and when we submit it, let's console log this up. Let's make an object and console log it. So const submission email password confirm, and console log submission. Right, let's get over here. That's going to confirm. So, what Svelte has done here is it's bound the inputs to those things, to those values in the state of this component. So now we can use those to confirm. So I'm not going to actually check the confirm password against the password here. We're not going to do that on the server. It can just be done locally if someone's trying to abuse that. It's not really a security flaw because we're sending the password and the email on to Google to handle the Firebase. So let's get back here. Here's what we need to do to create a password-based account. So comment that out. We don't really need to know about the form submission anymore. Let's save this so we're going to create this with email and password. If there's an error, it will come up with the error. What we'll do is console log error. Should we alert it? No. Let's see what comes back if we register this out the box without doing anything. So, go to these messages. That's Sapper messing with the service worker. See, Sapper does a lot of things. So, I'm going to refresh the page, make sure everything's fresh. We'll clear the cookies. Me at chrisellis.dev. And super secret password. Nah, you guys could see that. Can't do that. We don't even really need to fill in the confirm password. Right, so it's saying I'm logged in. Let's check my Firebase console and see if it created a user. So here's where it's activated. I'm not sure if it's going to show you stuff you shouldn't see, so we're going to hit that real quick. I'm still here, I promise. Yeah, that should be fine. I'm still here. Block. Okay, so here is my Firebase auth, and it added a user. So that was pretty painless. That was actually really painless. So authentication's pretty much dead easy. Now there's some client-side things that we need to check. We need to navigate away from this page. We need to create these other things and allow someone to sign in. Actually, that's something we can check. Great success. Okay, we'll go back to login and close that. So I can sign in with that. Actually, I have to sign up again because I just deleted an email off of it. But the other thing that I can do is I can make it so we can sign in. So we might as well do that while we're, in the zone. Let's see. Create based off sign in a user with an email and password. So literally the next thing down. We'll copy that into there, and so that's the email register. There's probably other things that could come up that I need to do with it, but that was pretty painless, you have to admit. You know what? We don't even need this object here, do we? The submit is already, because it's bound, it's already, on these objects there, so we don't even need that other one. So let's get out of email register. We need to do nearly the same on email login. So let's create our script tag. Go ahead and paste in the Firebase. And I can actually probably do side by side. So email register. Alright, so let's just copy this handle submit. Nuke this Firebase function. And we'll move this up one. You don't confirm password when you're signing in. Let's save that and get it organized. Who uses var anymore? Right, so auth sign in with that. We just need to bind these values again. And perform the on submit. Where is it? Type submit. Oh, that's on the form. Handle the submission. Right, so that should work, and that is pretty quick. So let's switch over here. I've already registered it. Where's that at? So I've got that. Let's see if I can remember my password. That would be really embarrassing if I couldn't remember my password live on YouTube. Me. Oh, what did I do again? This is one that will kill you. This button is still a button. Let's change it to a submit. Right, so all right, let's let's see. It says log in. I've got a dashboard that I still never created. But I'm logged in, and I can log out. Takes away the dashboard. So, just great success all around. So, that is why people love Firebase. It makes it very easy. I've already done some of these other things, so just tidying up the client side. And that's probably it for today because my daughter's coming home soon. So I will catch you guys later.